Today I thought I would share with you a dish that my mom created many years ago when she was living in Naples, Florida. And I've made this several times for my children and my family, and they are just amazed by it. It's what I call a peasant dish because it's everything thrown all together into one pot. And I love one pot meals. They're the best ever. So this is the pan that I'm using. Oops, sorry about the clang. This pan is as old as God. I never want to get rid of this pan. It was a pan that my mom had used for years and years, and I inherited it. And it's just the right depth and size for everything that we're going to throw into this pan for our one pan meal. So first off, I have thawed out some Italian sausage. There are 5 Italian sausage links that I cut into half. This is sweet Italian sausage. So layer the sausage in your pan. And I did a lot of prep work, which I love to do prep work because it makes making the meal that much easier when it's time to put everything together. So your sausage is in there, and I have cut up some, again, peppers. I love peppers. These are red bell peppers and yellow bell peppers. A rough chop, they're seeded, they're washed of course, and seeded, and a rough chop. Maybe you could just dump it in and scatter throughout. And we don't want to crowd everything in the pan because I want everything to roast and caramelize. I don't want to steam this meal. I want it to roast, and if you have too many things in here, it steams and it doesn't have as good of a flavor. And the next thing I am going to put in will be my sweet potatoes that I've peeled and also have given a rough chop. So just lay them in there randomly, haphazardly. This is the color of the rainbow, which are always healthy meals. So you've got your sweet potatoes, and oh, I forgot to get one thing out of the refrigerator. The secret ingredient, which is the most important ingredient. I need to get that. And I've already prepped that too. So the secret ingredient, believe it or not, are apples. So hang on. Again, these are apples. These apples are, I can't remember the kind of apples these are. Not Gala. Oh, these are Honeycrisp. Such a great flavor. So again, they've been cut up. I left the skins on, and it's just a rough chop. So sprinkle those apples in here. I did squeeze a little bit of lemon juice because I did meal prep and I didn't want them to turn yellow. That doesn't look too appetizing, although what difference does it make? Because once you're done roasting, you can't really tell. And then I have more colors of the rainbow. I have purple onion, that again, rough chop, my new favorite word, rough chop. Just randomly layer them. Incidentally, did you know that if you have a really, really good knife and you're chopping onions, you won't cry? This is a white onion. I have white and purple mixed together. So yeah, a good sharp knife and an onion that you're slicing, it won't make you cry. So this is all, looks like an awful lot of food, and it probably is for just 2 people, but it'll be leftovers for another night. And I have a little bit of lemon left over from the apples that I cut up earlier. I'm just going to give that a rough squeeze. There's my oven. And this is lemon zest. I'm just going to sprinkle lemon zest from that lemon. Just sprinkle it on there. You don't have to do this, but it just gives it an extra zhuzh, which I like. Another thing that I really like is fennel. I love dried fennel, especially with Italian sausage. I feel like Italian sausage that you buy at the store never has enough fennel. One day I'm going to make my own Italian sausage and it will be loaded with fennel. That's just my taste. So sprinkle, fennel, 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 fennel. A little bit of salt and pepper. Whoops. Sprinkle up high so it gets everywhere. And I hope I don't sneeze. Here's some kosher salt. Sprinkle it up high. That's probably enough, because sausage has salt in it and too salty is no good. And then last but not least, olive oil. Lots of olive oil. Just drizzle the whole dish everywhere. Probably, I would guess, this is a big dish here, so I'm eyeballing this. I would bet this is going to be a little bit more than 1/4 of a cup, which seems like a lot, but you're gonna need it to get this thing going and roasting. So just give it a little toss to get all those flavors tossed together that we just added. And I've got my oven set for 375, and this dish here you're going to toss around in the oven probably every 20 minutes. And I think it probably needs a good hour to cook, or I should say roast. And that's it. The colors of the rainbow. I think it's lovely. And my mom would be proud because everyone just loves this meal. She made this, as I said earlier, in Naples, Florida one time for us for dinner, and the apples and the sweet potatoes and the onions and of course the Italian sausage are all mixed together. Just has such a great flavor. And it's a one pot, one dish meal. So it goes in the oven, and I'll take the next video of it coming out of the oven. So stay tuned. So I'm taking my dish out of the oven. Nicely caramelized. Oh, yeah. Okay, so now my one pot, one dish meal is ready out of the oven. I showed you me taking it out of the oven. It smells wonderful. So now, of course, presentation is everything. So I would like to, as best as that I can, display this so it looks appetizing and appealing for everyone. So got my sausage, nicely caramelized, and oh my gosh, you guys, this smells so divine. My mom would be so proud because she just discovered this. Who knew that apples, sweet potatoes, and peppers would be so wonderful all together in one dish? Again, the colors of the rainbow. Gosh, if we had some Italian bread, I would be sopping up this juice. So delicious. You could even add white potatoes in this dish if you choose, along with the sweet potatoes. Maybe even some asparagus. And who knows, maybe some jalapeno. It's whatever, you can be creative. And I'm all about presentation. So I would probably, and I will probably finish this dish with some beautiful parsley garnish, because I think that just puts it all together. I guess if I were serving this at a restaurant, I would love to see how this looks with presentation. Okay, so it's completely finished. And do you remember at the very beginning of this video, this great big silver pan, and it looked like it would be enough to feed an army? This is all that is left. Again, it will be enough food for 2 people, for myself and my husband. Now, it's all about presentation. So what I would like to do is finish with a nice garnish. And I love parsley. And this is dried parsley. If I had fresh parsley, I would be chopping it and sprinkling it, but I don't. So this is dried parsley, just a pinch. Sprinkle up above, so you get everything covered. And the green of a little bit of parsley just pulls the whole dish together. So that's it. I can't wait to eat this. Hope you guys enjoy if you ever decide to make this dish. P.S. You know how much I love to cook. And with cooking comes my red wine, so salute. I hope you enjoy this meal. Have a good evening.